everybody. This is Talk Like a Lady, a podcast where we find out all about our favorite ladies. I'm Carly Morton.
And I'm Jessica Fontana.
And our guest today...
Hi, I'm Brittany Tilander. I'm a comedian from Kansas City, Missouri.
Yeah, you are. Look at you. Yay. We're so happy you could come on. We were just talking about how many times Jessica said, I want Brittany on, and was like, I'm finally fucking doing it.
I'm thrilled to be here. I'm happy to meet both of you. Just our banter before recording, I was like, this is going to be really fun.
So much fun.
These are just like my new friends now.
And it's fun. It's because we know you from, like Facebook groups and Nikki Picture Facebook groups and stuff like that. So we've all seen butts and everything. It's great.
Well, I don't know if y'all are straight or not, but I'm not.
I'm not.
I love like the supportive group that we met in. I love it so much. I love the broad variety of conversations we have. But I also just like get to look at titties, and it's tight.
I know. And like, so the picture that you posted the other day, I was just like, holy fuck. And I was like, Jessica, go look at this picture. And she was like, I haven't been on Facebook. And I'm like, go look at Brittany's picture.
Yeah, I got off of Facebook during the election because my mental health but then I realized when I got off of it, I kind of didn't mind being off of it. So I forget about it now. But anyway, she's like, you got to go look. So I'm like scrolling through and I literally go, whoa. It's like, oh shit.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like, damn.
I was halfway sure that Tay was going to like message me and be like, hey, I love it, but it might get deleted. Like I thought that that she might just like message me and be like, hey, that's like real close to getting deleted. It may get deleted, but no, it's fine.
It's fine because there weren't any like clear areola and nipples, so it's fine.
There was like a lot of bush though. I don't know if I can say bush here, but there was a lot of bush.
Whatever you want, right? And it was hot.
And every person I've sent that to, that's like the first thing that they highlight on that picture. They're like, your bush peeking out. Mwah. And I'm like, thanks. I grew it myself.
Thank you. I grew this. Just for you.
God damn it.
I love that that's the first thing. Like my tits look amazing. Like my tummy looks so soft, my thighs. But every time the first thing that somebody compliments, it's like, wow, and then your bush.
No, I was gonna say under boob first.
Yes.
Under boob first. Tiny waist second.
Yes. But
but then third was bush.
That was the angle.
Third was bush.
I admire a good underboob. I think it's like one of the sexiest things a woman can do.
Don't you just want to kiss it?
Yeah.
Kiss titties? Like that's all I want to do.
Go like this a little.
I guess, Carly, I think the first thing I said was, God damn it, why can't I have the confidence to do that? So like, that was my second thing, was just complimenting you on the fact that you're like badass and you're like, this is me. I loved it, man. That was awesome.
Right.
You guys should be jealous that you haven't seen it.
Sometimes I feel compelled to like start a conversation or like post something in it, but then I end up just like forgetting or like not having time. But I was going to post that picture and be like, anybody else like not necessarily a submissive type person, like sometimes I like to be like a little bit more submissive and like receive a lot, but sometimes I want to like go down on you for like 4 hours.
Bad
and
bitch
then
in charge.
I want to go down on you. That sounds amazing.
That's all I want.
That's all I want.
That's happen. I'll be in charge, and I'm gonna wear this, and you're gonna
fucking like it. Yeah,
you're gonna accept my gift. Okay.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that this is our conversation even before homework.
Yeah, we haven't even done homework yet.
All right. We should
So-
probably talk about homework.
This is starting out well.
So what are we drinking, everyone?
You go first. Brittany.
I've got a Sonic drink, y'all.
I'm a guava goddess myself.
I've got tea in a large plastic ugly cup.
I have a large glass of tea.
I fuck with that. I fuck with that heavy. Also, Sonic. I love the ocean waters from Sonic. Those are the best.
I haven't had an ocean water in so long. It's so good.
I don't know that I've ever had that. I'm obsessed with Sonic tea, so like I never stray from tea unless it's like Coke or something.
Yeah.
It is. It feels like a secret menu item to some people. Some people have never heard of ocean water, but it's like the blue coconut flavoring and Sprite. And that crushed ice. Oh my God. I have to get it at the beginning of like every summer. That and like a corn dog. And it's like officially
it's
summer after that. Yeah.
Summer dance.
It's like a white trash pumpkin spice latte. Like that's
really
why
is.
I love it.
It's delightful. It's
You
delightful.
have classic with pumpkin spice. Come on.
It's not even that great. But I'll drink it. Whatever. I'll drink it. All right. So, homework. Who is your badass lady?
Okay, so here's the deal. I never did homework. I never did my homework. In high school and stuff like that. But I did like think of somebody that whenever you told me that I had to do homework, I was like, I know who I'm going to talk about, because no matter what, I can like talk about this person. I'm not drunk, but I can like drunk history, like pull it from my mind and like talk about it. You know what I mean? And mine, hands down, I don't feel like it would even be a question if somebody knew me. It's going to be Dolly Parton. I'm ready to talk.
Yes. I'm so excited that you said Dolly Parton.
Are you both familiar with Dolly Parton then?
Yes.
Some people don't know her.
I've heard of her.
Like at all? People don't know her at all?
I don't know. They act really turned off to her because she's like a country music person.
Yeah, but she's also a badass motherfucker.
She's a good person though.
Yeah.
Like she's done really good things for this
book
world.
Program.
So, yeah. Like,
thanks for the vaccine, Dolly Parton.
Right.
Exactly.
Not Donald Trump. Dolly Parton. Oh,
correct.
Man. I can't wait to get
for her
the Dolly
to
Parton
be president. I want her to just be like sitting and like decide where she wants to give her money. I read this thing that, first of all, this isn't like early Dolly history, but she like could be a billionaire by now with everything that she does and how long she's been doing it. And like let me say this. She is country's Beyonce.
Oh, 1000%.
Does that make sense?
I like it. Yeah.
Just on like she's wanted this ever since she was little. She knew exactly what the fuck she wanted to do, and she did it.
And she's like a superstar.
Badass. Yeah.
A superstar. She has her own theme park.
I know.
Can you imagine if you had your own theme park?
It would be broke as fuck if I had my own theme park.
I would have.
Carly, yours would be that one in Jersey that like kills people.
The water park. That's mine. That's my theme
It looks like
park.
a Chernobyl, like
right.
Yeah.
Right. Be like, it's like just gushing water everywhere. I'm like, how Carly.
Blood.
How Carly of you. Yeah, just all I do is gush water or blood. This is my life.
Oh God. I
She's
feel like
incredible, though.
She is.
She's the absolute best.
Have you always liked her?
I've always liked her.
Music person?
I remember listening to her music very young, like her and Reba McEntire, Shania Twain. Like I felt like Dixie Chicks. I felt like I grew up with some pretty solid country. It just got very corny, like to me in like 2006. Like after Rascal Flatts, I was like, okay, I've reached like this new level of country, and I can't do country like that anymore. You know what I mean? I love to listen to Rascal Frats every once in a while.
All them bastard frats.
But as I get older, I kind of like more like classic country, like Gene Autry and Dolly Parton and like Johnny Cash, and like I like more like older, kind of like Outlaw and Rhinestone and like Denim and Diamonds, sort of like country.
Last night I watched Winona Judd's Christmas special because she had her mother on and they sang together.
I got chills. I got full body chills.
Like, it was good. It was so good.
I'm kind of with you though. I like that. I don't know. Like,
I mean, you could not force me to listen to now country.
Classic country is great, but then even like up into the 90s, I really didn't mind it.
Garth Brooks slaps.
I mean, that motherfucker. Yes,
he's my man. Like, I fucking love him.
Yes,
but I
that's
don't love his country now. I don't love it.
I mean, I don't care
like
about
Casey
your
Musgrave,
pontoon,
and that's kind of it.
Right? And she's adorable as fuck too.
I know, but I don't know that I don't know that I've ever heard any music of her. So
her debut album, not debut, it wasn't her debut album. It was like her sophomore album. Like, is so good. Just listen to High Horse. It's like a bop. It's very poppy. It's very like pop. Almost disco. Like, it's got some synth. It's tight. High Horse is good. So really quick, my birthday was December 10th. And
happy birthday!
Oh, thank you so much. I'm a Sagittarius. Or what are your signs? I'm a Sagittarius. What are you guys?
Jessica's a Sagittarius. She just had a birthday.
Yeah.
Yours is the second?
Mm-hmm.
Tight. Okay.
I'm a motherfucking Scorpio.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Is it a November Scorpio?
Yep, November the 11th.
Okay, cool. Cool. Mm-hmm. I like Scorpios. Y'all are a little too secretive for me. Yeah, I like to know everything about a person, but I can respect that.
See, I also like to know everything about other people. I just don't tell the secrets because I'm good at keeping secrets. It's my jam.
I am like that for the most part, but sometimes if it's just like a crispy little nugget of gossip, like I just have to.
I usually tell Jessica. I'll be like, Jessica, listen to this.
You're most trusted
I don't know who that
person.
is.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't know who that is. It's like, it doesn't matter. Just listen.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like, I like gossip no matter what. It's bad. It's ridiculous. Like, I don't know who the fuck half the people are, and I'm just like, really?
No. And I'm like, yes, let me tell you. Yeah. Who's this bitch? Like, I don't know. I don't know.
So there's people like, listen, if somebody tells me something, you have to understand that there might be a few people I'm going to tell, but it won't matter. Like, I'm going to tell my husband probably. Right. Like,
what are you going to do? Keep a secret?
Unless somebody like if Carly or somebody specifically said, do not tell a soul, then I really don't.
Right.
But otherwise, I'm telling Tom and I'm telling Carly.
Right. Like, I would have to specify, don't tell Tom.
Yeah, but
and how often does that happen?
Yeah, I expect that from you too. Like, you're going to tell Tyler something probably. So if I don't want you to, I'm just going to tell you, don't tell Tyler.
Right.
So,
or like, I've got you. We got this.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah. I was asking because some of the family that I nanny for, they got me this Dolly Parton book. Like,
look at her face.
Look at her. Can we just talk about it? Like, and then inside the book are just like pictures of all of her costumes, and then it's information about like 175 of her songs, and it's just like a really gorgeous book. And I wanted to show. Hold on, real quick. This is a whole moment. This is a whole moment.
Holy shit, Dolly!
Gorgeous.
Look at that butterfly on her name. I mean, fuck, man. That's
I'm
a
just
good
obsessed
pick.
with her. She grew up like very, 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 very poor.
Yeah.
Like Shaq poor, right? Not Shaquille O'Neal, like building Shaq poor.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
both.
that-
We don't know. We don't know.
Right.
We don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, she grew up super poor, but like ever since she was a kid, she's like wanted to perform. She did music in high school. She always has wanted to like look a certain way and have like these very like be this like gaudy, extravagant performer. And I just love that about her. Like I see the kind of girls and the kind of people who are like minimalist, and I see that and I'm like, that makes so much sense. That is a smart way to do it. But my brain is just like more, like over until my place is filled with junk, with garbage. But like she picks very nice things. But like I love the whole mockery of it. I think that that's very fun and smart. Like that's how Lady Gaga really like broke into it. Like she was bizarre. You have to like get people's attention, and that's what she did. And she's so talented. She writes her own songs.
So she writes everyone else's songs too. Like, come on.
She writes other people's songs too.
Do you think we need both kind of people though? Like,
yeah,
the world would be boring if we had like, more simple people didn't want attention or whatever, and then like people that are like, well, bang. I think we need both.
we have to have the variety and everything in between.
Yeah, everything in between too. Otherwise, it's boring.
Otherwise, it's a little boring. I consider myself a maximalist. Like
You're a Maxinista.
That too.
I like that.
I went to Ross recently and like bought the cutest, cheapest underwear. Like, why?
Like, why do you even have this here, Ross?
Well, how was it ever sold for like 30 something? And I'm literally getting like a 3-pack of cute, lacy underwear for like $6. Right?
Like, fuck those original prices. Fuck them.
Can't fool me.
No, bitch, no.
What else about Dolly Parton? So many things. Her manager and like her partner, whenever she was not like a relationship partner, but like a business partner, whenever she was like really breaking in to the music industry and like performing at the Grand Ole Opry, her manager was having like a lot of really like intense hold on her career and the different types of music she could make, and she wanted to break away, and they basically like tried to withhold like all of the songs that they wrote together so that she couldn't make any profit off of it. And she was just like, fine, that's fine, like you can do your own thing, I'll just like start brand new. And she did, and she still managed to like break into the music industry and like be as successful as she was. And then he lost all of his money, and all the money that she made from being a super fucking star, she like paid his debt so he wouldn't like have to go to prison or some shit like that.
Yep. She was like, let me help you, you piece of shit. Remember when you didn't help me? Here's some money. I hope you feel bad about it.
So whenever I listened to Dolly Parton's music whenever I was little, but I also like watched her movies. She's a phenomenal actress.
Yes. 9 to 5. Come on.
That was my first movie that I ever saw with her. And I don't know why my parents like let me watch it and like my family let me watch it. But there's that little cartoons like segment where like the little birds fly in and she's like poisoning his coffee. Yep. Where I was like, oh, this is like a kid's movie. She's a princess. Like I get to watch this.
Yay.
And she's poisoning this terrible man.
Oh, he was the worst.
But I've not seen the movie in so long, and now I want to go watch it.
I know.
It's cute. Jane Fonda.
Yeah. Oh. I know.
God,
Lily Tomlin.
So great.
So what organization do you want to feature?
Casey Tenets.
Oh, yay! Yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
They are saving lives right now in this pandemic. I don't know. I don't expect everybody's beliefs to like align with mine, but in my personal opinion, I think that it is an act of violence to try to evict anybody during a pandemic.
Right.
In my
Especially with,
opinion,
like,
our government has failed us on protecting us and making sure that we are kept safe during this past year. Landlords have too much power. They do not follow up on their promises to their renters, and that is an issue. But in my opinion, it is an act of violence to evict anybody during a pandemic, and Casey Tenants has been doing an incredible job protecting people, making sure that people who are immune compromised, who are being evicted from their houses, have a safe place to go, and collecting funds and fighting for what's protecting the people and our neighbors.
Right. And it's so shitty. It's like, thanks, government. This is great. Everyone's great. This is great.
They've been doing wonderful work, and I'm so proud. I have like quite a few friends who have gotten arrested or have been almost arrested for just trying to protect people and make sure that the immune compromised people who they lost their job during a pandemic have places to live, because it is truly an act of violence to kick somebody out on the street.
Especially, like, it's winter now, too. Like that just adds to the level of, like, shit fuckery. And
they tried to evict, like, an apartment building in Raytown tried to evict a woman who is immune compromised, is battling cancer right now, got evicted during a pandemic. They were trying to evict her. And the landlord lied to the cops and tried to use the fact that she was being domestically abused against her by being like, yeah, the cops were always called there on her, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, the cops were called because I called the cops because my partner was being abusive. Like, I'm sure that not everybody like has ever gone through, an illness, being disabled, having to deal with domestic abuse. A lot of people don't have to have never gone through that, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't have empathy and try to protect compromised people, our neighbors, our people. It's just a humanity thing for me. It's pretty simple. I don't think it's that difficult.
It's not, because it makes sense. But other people, like you said, just don't have fucking empathy. There you go, Jessica. She stole your word. Jessica always brings up empathy, and because that's her jam, and she's right. And that's exactly right. And it's just not great. People are not great.
Somehow people, no, they aren't great. And somehow people cannot put themselves in other people's shoes and be like they have to have personal experience. And that drives me fucking crazy. I mean, it's literally it's one of my absolute biggest pet peeves the last 5 years is like the idea that people have to personally experience something before they're like, oh, damn. Now I understand.
Oh man, maybe I should have worn a mask because COVID sucks. Like, fuck you, dude.
My absolute favorite thing is whenever a guy has a daughter with a woman and has the audacity to be like, it took me having a daughter to realize that women go through XYZ. It's like, can you imagine being the mother of that child with that man and being like, oh, so you didn't realize that I was a person and that
yeah,
that's my absolute favorite. And because it ultimately stems from the fact that his daughter came from him, and it circles back to being about him. And it's just like, bro, no, you should just believe women and trust women and advocate for women.
Right.
It's not that difficult.
Sir, go jump off a cliff.
You don't need a wife. You don't need a daughter. You don't need a mother. That's a side benefit, of understanding. But you don't.
I wish I didn't have such maternal vibes so that I would quit attracting the men who need mothers.
Right? Are you sure you don't want to do someone's laundry and make all the stuff for them all the time?
I don't want to be a man's mommy. I would be a woman's mommy, but I would not be a man's mommy.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
That's the power of women. I'm like, yeah, could be a mommy for them.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
sounds
I
like
could do
fun.
that. Yeah. Just call me mommy. It's fine.
Um,
Ugh.
Here's the thing. I think you have a deceiving face because you have like beautiful bright smile and you just look warm and friendly, and then you're dirty and it's fantastic. It makes me real happy. I think that's why I like you so. That's what like caught me. I was like, oh my god, this woman, we
You're
have to
like,
have her on.
did you see
She
this
makes me
video?
happy.
Did you see what came out of her mouth? Did you
And
see her
seriously,
say those
Carly,
words?
I'm not wrong. Carly, she has a really like sweet, not like, I don't mean to be like, oh, you're so cute. That's women don't want to hear that. You're beautiful. But I mean, like, just you have a warm, friendly face. And so then you have that face,
I'd like
which
to hug your
probably
face.
attracts the men that are like, I need a mom. But then,
Because I am. Here's the thing. I am like sharp tongued and I don't want to be because I'm a Sagittarius and I'm an only child and I'm just like, I'm fiery. I am.
Mhm.
But I always encounter, but in a relationship, I want to be like the softest, gooeyest, like
Baby cinnamon
hot
roll.
fudge sundae ass, like sweetness to each other. I don't want to be like bullying and like nitpicky and all that shit, like or get mad and like stern with a boy. I don't want to do that. Like
Mhm.
I want to be sweet, but they want like you to tease them, and I don't want to do that. Like it just drives me crazy. I want to be sweet.
Like, can't we just snuggle or what?
Yeah, like can we just
Let's hold hands.
Can we like slow sloppy kiss to like an Adam Sandler movie, please? I would love that. But every
Yes.
time they're like, they act like dumbasses so that I'll be mean to them. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. But you're making it really hard for me to not be sweet.
Like, stop being an idiot. Just
Don't
make
make me be mean.
Right, right. Don't make me do this.
oh, Jesus.
I beg
Okay.
of you. Was that the segment where you like compliment the shit out of me? Because now I'm like really red.
This whole podcast is a segment where we compliment the shit out of you.
Yeah,
Bam.
that's what we try to do. I just love this because we've gotten into like really good stuff and we haven't even gotten into like the questions part yet. It's great. But now we're going to get there. So tell me about growing up. Like, what were you like? Where did you live? All that fun stuff.
I grew up in Raytown, Missouri, which is just like a suburb of Kansas City, in like southeast Kansas City. I grew up like right by the stadiums. That's where Raytown is for people who don't know. Yeah, my mom's from Kansas City. We lived like close to my grandparents. I'm an only child, if you couldn't fucking tell.
Oh God.
Big only child energy.
Just pay attention to me. I'm
I
right here.
I would perform like as a kid. Like as a kid, I would perform.
Well, yeah. How else are you supposed to get your parents' attention? Especially
Make up
like,
dances.
Hello. Watch me tap dance. Watch.
I would just like we would watch a movie and then I would like quote it. Like the parts that made them laugh, I would like quote it after the movie ended and they loved it. And I was like a mastermind in my opinion. I was like, oh, I got what it takes.
I got this.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to ask. Like, do you remember wanting to make people laugh like super young age?
Yeah, well, it's like an attention thing for me. To be honest, I mean that's what all of this is. Like, I love meeting people, but like it's in a selfish, probably very narcissistic way. But I also like love meeting people. Like, I love meeting people and talking about their experiences, and I like saying funny things and making them laugh and have conversations. Like, that's my jam. Like, I'm good at it. I like it. I like learning about other people's experiences, connecting on experiences. That's just what it is to me. And that's how I view it. I think that's why I like just have fun with it.
Yeah.
Right. As you should.
Not a bad thing. So if you didn't do homework in school, did you like school? I mean, did you just like Was it like
I
a
did.
social thing then,
I did.
or just
I did like homework until like till the end of middle school, and then in high school I checked out. I was like, I hate everyone I go to high school with. Everybody like is having sex with each other, and it looks like fun, but all of them suck. Like I wouldn't want to fuck them.
Like, oh, I didn't even want to fuck them.
Oh, and I was so horny all the time, but like we went to church, you know.
that's
And I was
shit.
so judgy if other people fucked. I was like, well, that's really not smart. You could get pregnant, and that's gross. And like, but
That's
it's because I thought all the guys were dicks and gross, and I wanted to fuck all the girls.
And you're like, well, can't do that. Fuck.
Oh,
None of the
Jesus.
girls, none of my friends, and none of like the hot girls were gay. One of them was, but she dated a guy.
Yep. That sounds like high school.
Yeah.
Sounds like high school.
Big bummer.
I know. Bummer.
You guys remember, like, my high school experience was like, nah, I mean, it's all right. I still am friends with some of the people, but like, I remember the like popular people, like, the amount of conversations that I overheard them talking shit on each other.
Oh my god.
I just, even in high school, because I just remember thinking, like, not that my friends and I didn't ever like argue or anything like that, but like they were saying really horrible, like hateful things. Like it's like
Right.
the TV shows, like the Mean Girl. I mean, okay, I've never seen Mean Girl. Don't judge me.
Oh,
But
I'm judging you.
well, I know you are. But yeah, I just was like, why are you friends? I remember thinking, like, why do you like them? It was
Tell me
weird.
if you were tell me if you were like this, because I was like, I'll say this, and I know it sounds gross, but just we can relate. I was probably like second or third tier popular in high school, quote unquote popular. It's just because like I knew a lot of people and I'm friendly. Of course, I like was popular. But I think it's because I was at second or third level. Those like very, very popular girls, they don't like they hate their friends. So they have to like confide in like the second and third tier popular people.
Right.
And it's
Be like, who else are they going to talk shit on their friends with if it's not
yeah,
like their other friends, their lower level friends?
it's so
like
weird.
my high school experience was weird because like growing up, I moved around a lot, but I went to I went to two high schools, and the first one was in a really small town, like a town of like 1,000 people. And
Oh my god.
so that was, I mean, you know, everybody was friends with everybody basically, and there was no like tiers of anything.
Mhm.
There were tiers, but not
There
as
were
popular.
tears.
But like in Topeka, I went to a bigger school, and yeah, that was where I was just like, holy shit. And I mean, I had friends, the people that were talking shit on each other. I mean, like I knew them, but I wasn't like friends with them. But I had friends in every group, I would say. But I just, yeah, I couldn't. And they weren't saying this shit to me. They were like talking to each other. And I'm like, you realize I can hear you, right? Like you're talking so loud about other human beings. It's so bad.
But
it was just so mean.
You're talking the loudest shit on your friend in front of
Yes.
everyone. And they're
I
going to
think
know
that's
about
right.
it. They're going to know about it in like 10 fucking minutes, you idiot.
Listen, I was also the person that would have never like, I don't like attention on me. So like I would have never gone to that person and been like, this is what they're saying. Oh, hell no.
No.
That is not, nope.
No.
I love attention, but I wouldn't have done that either.
Right.
I kept their secret.
I heard your other friends talking about you. Like, who?
Yeah.
Okay. Like, okay, bye.
I don't
No,
that
thanks.
was no drama for me. I didn't need the extra.
No drama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever wish
Yeah.
you had siblings, or were you like just like you
Yeah.
loved? Yeah.
Yeah, I always wanted a sibling, but I'm so glad I never did. I'm so glad I'm an only child. I always wanted one until like I became an adult, and then in like I get like all of the attention.
Right.
from my family, and I don't want
Still.
it. And I don't want it. But they're like nice enough, so
They're cool-ish.
they're nice enough.
Oh, God damn it! I like you. You make me.
They're family. It's fine. Okay, so then what would you tell your teenage self if you could go back and tell that bitch something?
Don't get into a 9-year relationship. Don't carry on with that one. Break up and then just be gay a little earlier. Be fully gay a little earlier. It's gonna rule. But also, who knows? I couldn't say that because I wouldn't have started comedy unless I like moved to Madison. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know what I'd say. I don't know what I'd say. It's the butterfly effect. Now I'm thinking like way too hard about it. Oh my God. Hold on.
Be more gay, more early.
No, I don't. Yeah.
Wait.
I feel like Carly, didn't Adib say that? He was like, I don't really want to mess with
He said,
with
I
the
don't.
timelines.
Yeah. Like our last guest that we just recorded with, he was like, "Ooh, I don't want to go back and talk to anyone. I'm not one to mess with timelines." It's like,
You know, I have so much respect for that. I low key like feel the same way. I as weird as my life has been, and as much as some things were very, very, very dark and hard. I'm very pleased with where I am in life, which I know a lot of people. I mean, I have my frustrations like everybody else, but I'm generally very pleased with myself.
very good. Good.
Damn it, that's great though. That's fantastic. Good for you.
Yeah.
It's always a trade-off, like both of you are in wonderful relationships, I'm sure, and I am not, and that sucks.
But
it blows.
Yeah, sometimes, but sometimes it doesn't. I mean, I didn't get married until I was 35, 4, 5, 6. Fuck. How old am I? I'm
You just
39.
turned 39.
I just turned 39. I was like 36 or something.
36.
I don't know. I just got married. So
Yeah.
like it was a long non-married road to get to the married part. So
I've been married for fucking ever, and I've been with them since I was 20. So I
yeah,
have like opposite.
you old motherfucker. Just
Yeah.
kidding.
I didn't know both of you were that old. I thought you were like my age.
Oh no, we are.
Well,
We act like we're your age.
I just turned 40. So
yeah.
You both are so fucking hot. Oh my God.
Yes. All right.
God, I didn't think I could like you more.
We're done. I mean, I'm blushing now.
I know, so much.
I had no clue. I thought we were all the same age.
How old are you?
I just turned 30.
Oh, she baby.
You are a baby.
Well,
thanks for saying that, because I've been tripping about it for like a week.
Yeah, I remember my 30th.
Yeah, I don't think that's what my dad was telling me, that he like freaked out when he turned 30. He didn't mind 40, but he freaked out when he turned 30. I don't know. I don't feel like I act like I'm 40. Like I'm a goofball 9 times out of 10. Like I randomly start doing like the Running Man, like the old school Running Man, not the new, whatever the shit these children are doing.
These children.
But yeah, like I'm just a dork. So
right. And also I have like the dirtiest like 17-year-old boy mind. Like just
correct.
Constantly. Just constantly.
Yeah.
It's always like boobs, dicks, all the time. Boobs and dicks. And
boobs and dicks.
I just
dicks and boobs and boobs and dicks.
That's right. And
dicks and boobs. Boobs on dicks. Dicks on boobs and dicks on boobs.
Whee! And then it's always a party in there, and then I'm like, oh shit, I should be doing adult things, but instead I'm not.
I love that.
Sucks.
So, did you have any woman influencers when you were growing up, or now, besides Dolly Parton, of course?
Like creatively, like through comedy, I remember watching Parker Posey
In Party Girl.
in Party Girl.
Yes! That movie
In
is
Party
so
Girl.
good.
I was trying to figure out if it was Waiting for Guffman or Party Girl that I saw first, but it was Party Girl. And I remember just like seeing her, and she was just like cool and mean and frustrated and just hot and funny. And like, I have like gay family members, and I loved being able to see like gay people on, in like in a movie and being like conscious of it. And I just thought she was the coolest.
Representation matters.
Are you?
Yeah. Can you even believe? Can you believe that that's
Can you
the thing?
even think about that?
My favorite fucking thing is like the age old like frustration that a lot of comedy showcases are always like, you know, like 4 white guys and a token, and the token is either a person of color and or a woman or a gay person now. And it's just like, can we have like, can we book just like more women? It doesn't need to be like a ratio of what the scene looks like, but just giving underrepresented people more stage time, because they make for better shows. I'm sorry, they do.
Right.
Even if you've never met somebody like that before, how cool is that to hear somebody that you've never met before or have different experiences than you say that shit on stage? That's going to be comedy gold.
Right.
But nobody ever wants to do that. And then they're like, well, we have to do like a fair representation of like what people see. And it's like, well, yeah, because people don't see themselves up on stage, and they think like, oh, that I want to do that. Like, it wasn't, I don't do comedy. I don't create content because of a lot of the men I watched growing up. It was because of the women, like seeing Molly Shannon like dive into a pile of chairs.
Oh my God.
And showing her underwear for Mary Catherine Gallagher. I was like, people get paid to do this?
Right. Like,
I had to do it. Like, I had to make a fool out of myself to like make people laugh and get people's attention.
Fucking years.
And that's why I do what I do. Like, seeing people like that. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I enjoy a lot of content that is produced and acted by like men, but
right.
That's only because there's so fucking much of it.
Right.
I have no choice but to consume it.
Like, yeah, I watched it.
Well, yeah, there are funny men, but when you're a woman, it's important to see a woman.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a person
it's important to see. Yeah. I mean,
yeah, you should be able to see. I've been trying to explain that to my boys recently. Just like, hey, you know how you see yourself in everything?
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody has that experience.
Yeah. Right.
You know? So, yeah. Sorry, I interrupted your thing by being a smart ass.
Yeah. I was being a big dick, wasn't I? I was being a smart ass.
No, I just started we went on a tangent because I was being a smart ass about representation.
What were we talking about before? Oh, representation, and then people I looked up to growing up.
Yeah.
I would say like, and then, I've always been like a huge like SNL person. I love SNL, Tina Fey and Amy Poehler, but like getting older and really looking back at like Gilda Radner and like Sherry O'Terry and like all these other people. Like I loved the Spartan cheerleaders. Like those were my favorite. They were so high energy and obnoxious, and I could mimic that, you know what I mean, and like make people laugh around me. I was able to like do the impressions. Like I don't know if you've seen the show Pin 15, but there's a part where one of the girls, she's like up at the front and she is talking about like her summer and what she did, and she's like, yeah, I watched like Ace Ventura, and then she like reenacts the part with the football, and he's wearing the tutu, and then she does it. Let's try to see that in slow motion. And then she goes, and like reenacts the whole thing in front of the class. And it's just like so nostalgic. I was that person. I was like, if I can do it like I could do a Stefan impression in high school and like kill with my
I
friends.
love him. I love him.
I would do like a Drew Barrymore impression and people would love it. Like I could do like little things and get it done.
Yes.
You look like Drew Barrymore.
That's the one celebrity I get, and I love it because she looks like every white woman.
Only
Dude,
sometimes.
she's hot though. Like, yeah, she's.
Mhm.
I mean, who doesn't
The
like?
Drew Barrymore is super easy. Actually, you just like keep your mouth really small and like keep your tongue to the front of your mouth.
Just that, and she has
Oh,
like
that's
a little lisp, like just a little
It's
one.
literally the tiniest lisp. It's so small.
It's so cute. Can you even
Thanks.
believe it?
It's itty bitty. Itty bitty.
Yay! That was delightful.
I've been working on my Jennifer Coolidge impression. Do you guys want to hear it?
Yes, I do.
I'm taking the dog, dumbass.
Dumbass.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
Oh god. That was perfect.
We both love soup.
That's best in show, right?
Yes.
That's really good.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Those are my two, and I can only say those things.
Well, you should say them often and just see if people will be like, "Oh, you're that one character."
But then they'll be like, "What else can you do?" Ooh.
And then you just walk away. Walk away.
That is all I can do.
That's good. Yeah.
Drew Barrymore, I can like talk a little bit more organically because she doesn't have like set things that she says.
Yeah.
Right.
But like Jennifer Coolidge has like iconic phrases, like in a Cinderella story. Whenever she's like, "Let me tell you something. You're not very pretty, and you're not very bright. I'm so glad we had this talk." It's just like,
God damn it.
and then like Hillary
just
Duff is
talk.
like being all weird with like putting her hands. She always had her hands in her pockets. She was just like, like doing her terrible acting.
What do you mean I'm not pretty?
I love Hillary Duff. Like I love her for like the role she played in my life, but oh my god, the worst actress. I know this is a podcast where we build women up, but like she's so hot and pretty, and I'm glad that I watched her on the Lizzie McGuire show, but she's a terrible actress.
But
She
sure
never
is
knew what to
pretty.
do with her hands.
I never know what to do with my hands either. Sometimes I'm just like,
I'm just playing
just
with
rest
this.
rest them here. Just like, should I just hold my boobs
It's-
with it, or
It's this thing. Yeah.
it holds the boobs? Just like make eye contact with people. I don't know.
Perfect.